Hey students, so today we are going to identify conics using like this equation of a generic equation of the conics, which is in terms of f of xy, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So this is my conics equation. So note carefully. X square term is a, y square term is b, h is a xy term, a and g are both x related terms, and b and f are y related terms, and c is a constant. So first thing is find out the delta or the determinant. How do you write the delta? You write a, b, c on the diagonal. Okay, then a and g, I told you, right? A and g are x, right? So a and g, in between they have h, and b and f, so if you see, it's a symmetric matrix, symmetric kind of a determinant, right? ahg, okay, hbf, and gfc. This is a determinant. So we take the delta first, then take another determinant called j, which is this ahhb, right? So this is like, you know, this, if you look at it, it's a cofactor of c, right? Because if you eliminate this row and this column, you get this, right? So ahhb. Most of the videos will only talk about this thing, which is the j, and that j is ab minus h square, right? So this is the same j over here, okay, right? So ab minus h square or ahhb. If you remember this way, it's easier. Fine. Then you take one more determinant, which is x term aggc plus y terms bffc, right? These three determinants are what we need. Then one more thing, concept is there, which is tan 2 theta is equal to 2h upon a minus b. What is tan 2 theta? So like this particular equation, assume that this is belongs to an ellipse, okay? It's like a rotated ellipse, right? And these are its axes, okay, right? So if you rotate that with a theta, you will get the canonical form. That means it will be aligned to your x and y axis, okay, that equation. So with that, it might be more easier for you. So how do you do it? Tan 2 theta is equal to 2h upon a minus b, and then you can change your x and y to this. X is equal to x dash cos theta and y dash minus y dash sin theta, and y is x dash sin theta plus y dash cos theta. If you do this, okay, by using the tan 2 theta values and substituting over here, you are going to replace this x and y terms with x dash and y terms, and then it will be like, you know, in this format, wherein you will be able to identify it in a better way. So that's another method. Now what we will do, we are going to use this like, you know, three determinants, delta, j and k, to figure out our conics, right? So what do we have? We have combinations when delta is not equal to 0 and when delta is equal to 0. So when all the delta is equal to 0 are related to lines, pair of lines. So we'll figure that out later. What happens when delta is not equal to 0? When delta is not equal to 0, look at j term, which is ab minus h square. If it is greater than 0, see both these cases, right? And then delta by g is less than 0 or greater than 0, we have an ellipse. Right? So when discriminant is, the determinant is not equal to 0 and j is greater than 0, meaning ab minus h square is greater than 0, we get an ellipse. And circle is a special form of ellipse. So I did not put any circle over here. In circle, obviously a is equal to b, right? So you can figure out that it's an ellipse or a circle based on that. Fine. Next case is when it is not equal to 0 and j is less than 0, that means ab minus h square is less than 0, we have a hyperbola. And when delta is not equal to 0 and j is equal to 0, we have a parabola. Fine. So that's all is the ellipse, hyperbola, parabola we cover over here. Now come to this, okay. So now we have delta is equal to 0, and then we have j combinations where j is greater than 0, less than 0 or equal to 0. So when j is greater than 0 and assuming that delta is equal to 0 for our next 5 cases, then in this case when j is greater than 0, we have a pair of imaginary lines intersecting in a real point. Cool. And if j is less than 0, we just have a pair of intersecting lines. Cool. Then we have three combinations for delta 0 and j 0, in which case you have to go for k also. K was what? aggc plus bffc, the x and y terms, right? The determinant using that, right? So when k is less than 0, in this case, we have a pair of parallel lines. And when k is greater than 0, we have a pair of imaginary parallel lines. So all these three cases are related to parallel lines. These are pair of real parallel lines. These are pair of imaginary parallel lines. And then we have k is also equal to 0. These are also pair of coincident straight lines. Obviously a coincident line is like, two lines coinciding on each other, means the same line which is parallel to itself, right? So these three cases are for parallel lines and these cases are for intersecting lines, okay, right? So understand this, okay, like, for parallel lines usually you will get j also equal to 0 and delta is equal to 0. So these are our cases, okay. So if you just take this case, okay, and we ignore this, and if you get a 0, then it can be a parabola or a pair of parallel lines. If it is less than 0, it can be a hyperbola or a pair of intersecting lines. That is the reason why you should always take the delta also first, okay. So first find delta and then find the j. So if delta is equal to 0, then it's most likely are lines, and if delta is not equal to 0, then it's one of those, okay, ellipse, hyperbola or parabola. Hope this is clear. Now we will take one example from JEE and we'll solve it, okay. Okay, students, now that we have identified a generic conics equation and how do we get the various different shapes out of that, right? Like whether it's a parabola or a hyperbola or an ellipse or pair of intersecting lines, right? We just did the theory for that. So let's do this problem from JEE. I don't know which year it is. One of my students sent me, or probably it is from one coaching institute. Doesn't matter. It looks like a good question. So let's try to attempt it. Okay. So what have they given? They gave like a and b are non-zero real numbers, and then they gave the equation as ax square plus by square plus c into x square minus 5xy plus 6y square is equal to 0. And the option says that this represents of 4 straight lines, 2 straight lines, 2 straight lines and a hyperbola. Oh sorry, option number 2 says 2 straight lines and a circle. Option number 3 says 2 straight lines and a hyperbola. And the fourth option says a circle and an ellipse, right? So let's take a look at both these equations. Like we can resolve that as like, ax square plus by square plus c is equal to 0 and x square minus 5xy plus 6y square is equal to 0. So let's take a look at both these equations and let's try to analyze it, okay. So let's take the second equation first because the coefficients are given. So we have a is 1, b is 6 and h is given as minus 5 by 2. Remember 2xy, 2hxy. So h is equal to 2h is equal to minus 5. So h is equal to minus 5 by 2 and rest of all the terms are 0. So we'll first find the delta. So I wrote 1, 6, 0, then minus 5 by 2 here and minus 5 by 2 and then all 0, 0, 0, 0, right? See, column 3 is all 0, so we don't even need to solve it. We know that the determinant is going to be 0. What about j? J is this, right? 6 minus 5 by 2 into minus 5 by 2 is equal to 25 by 4. So we get 6 4 is 24 minus 25 minus 1 by 4. J is less than 0. So I know that this is a pair of intersecting lines. This is the real pair of intersecting lines, right? So I know definitely my equation number 2, this particular equation x square minus 5xy plus 6y square is a pair of intersecting lines. So if you go to option number 4, it says a circle and an ellipse. So this option is anyway ruled out because we have 2 straight lines, minimum 2 straight lines. So option number 1, 2 or 3 are still legit, valid. We'll see which of them are correct. Okay, although answer is given, don't look at the answer. Sometimes the answers are wrong. Okay, now let's take case number 1 because we need more data for ABC, right? So what do they say? When C is 0 and A and B are of same sign. Cool. When C is equal to 0. So what do I get? AX square plus BY square is equal to 0. So what is the delta over here going to be? A is A, B is B and everything else is 0, right? Isn't it? That's it. That's it. What do I get? Delta is also equal to 0. And what about J? J I get it as AB minus 0 square, which is equal to AB. Now what is AB? What have they said? A and B are of the same sign in option number 1. So when they are of the same sign, the product is obviously going to be greater than 0 because if they both are positive, then it's obviously greater than 0, the product. And if they both are negative also, it's greater than 0. So this is imaginary lines. Imaginary lines. Sorry for the handwriting. You see here it was less than 0 and here it is greater than 0, right? So this is imaginary lines. So obviously when they say like this 4 straight lines, they mean 4 real lines, which is not true because 2 lines are real and 2 lines are imaginary when C is 0 and A and B are of the same sign. So now option 1 is also ruled out. Let's see option number 2. What do they say? 2 straight lines and a circle when A is equal to B and C is of a sign opposite to that of A. So A is equal to B. Let's talk about A is equal to B. What happens with that thing? So let's go down. Okay, go down a little bit more. Okay, let's talk about ax square plus by square plus c is equal to 0. What are they saying? A is equal to b. So I can write this as ax square plus ay square is equal to minus c, right? So I can take that out as x square plus y square is equal to minus c upon a, right? Look at this, x square plus y square is equal to minus c upon a. Now c and a, look what they have stated. C is of sign opposite to that of A. So let's assume if A is positive, then C is negative. So negative of negative is going to be positive. So this is going to be a positive quantity when A is positive. If A is negative, then C is positive. So negative of positive upon a negative is also going to be positive. So in both these cases, x square plus y square is greater than 0, which is of the format x square plus y square is equal to r square, right? Because greater than 0 means I can write it as r square. This is an equation of a circle, right? Circle. So that's why option number 2 is correct. Let's talk about option number 3. What is they saying? A and B are of the same sign and C is of the opposite sign, right? Exactly the same case, right? No, sorry, they are saying A and B are of the A is equal to B. On this option number 3, they are saying A and B are of same sign and C is of the opposite sign to that of A. Okay, let's try to solve that too. Let's try to eliminate that option too, right? So what is my J? My J is going to be, okay, A, B and C 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? This is going to be A, B, C, right? What about A, B, C? A, B, C, two are of the same sign and A and B are of the, here, A and B are of the same sign and C is of the opposite sign that of A. So again, when they are of the same sign, if they are both negative, negative and C is positive, right? So this answer is going to be positive, and if A and B are both positive and C is negative, then it is negative, right? So we get like J is equal to either positive or negative, right? But it is not equal to 0. What about sorry, not J, this was our delta, right? Sorry, J is equal to be AB. A and B are of the same sign, so AB is greater than 0. But I know that when delta is not equal to 0 and J is greater than 0, this is going to be an ellipse. This is my ellipse, right? But they stated that this is a hyperbola, which is wrong. That is why option number 2 is the only correct choice, which is correctly specified over here. So I believe that you have got now an idea about how to use the equation, a generic equation, and try to find out what kind of conics is there, conic shapes are given in that equation, right? Hope it helps. All the best, guys.